Corey Bosworth. We are live.
Ellie Bosworth. Serenity Boone. Rose Burns.
All right, race number 1, Powder Puffs. Ellie, Serenity, and Rose. Keep going, Ellie. You can practice.
William Roush. I was going to race tonight and drove home out of habit.
Oh, Will. It's race day, man. Got to put that on the calendar. An alarm or something. Reverse. Reverse. There you go. Yeah, they can do whatever. Now we got to wait for Rose.
Chuck Bosworth. Let's go, Ellie. Lots of luck. Lisa Davis. Go Ellie.
All right. Ellie's got some fans watching. Papa says, go Ellie. Grandma says, go Ellie. She's up here dancing. All right, we're going to go 5 minutes. I got marshals. I got drivers. Powder Puffs. We're going to go on the tone. And we're off. All right, Ellie out front. Serenity right on her tail. Don't count out Rose. We might have to do Rose's endpoint adjustments.
Paris. Let's go Seren.
Paris says, let's go Serenity. Man, you guys are way better than the regular Fortec drivers.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Ellie Bosworth, Serenity Boone, and Rose Burns.
Yeah, Rose looks like she's lacking in horsepower. We need to look at it. Oh. Keep going, keep going. Serenity to the lead. Oh. Ellie still on the same lap, though. All right, Serenity out front. Ellie in the 2. Rose in the 3. All right, 2 in, 3 to go.
The top drivers are Serenity Boone, Ellie Bosworth, and Rose Burns.
Ellie catching up to Serenity slowly but surely. All right, 2:30 in, 2:30 to go, guys, gals. Halfway through. Serenity out front. Ellie in the 2. Rose in the 3. Fortec truck. Regular Fortec truck. Serenity and Ellie matching lap times here. About a straightaway separates those two.
2 minutes left. The top drivers are Serenity Boone, Ellie Bosworth, and Rose Burns. After 1 minute left. The top drivers are Serenity Boone, Ellie Bosworth, and Rose Burns.
All right, drivers, 40 seconds left to go. Serenity out front. Ellie in the 2, Rose in the 3.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your leader's bumping here. All right, keep going until she says you're done. Oh. All right, go, go, go.
Serenity Boone done. Ellie Bosworth
Serenity's
done.
done. Ellie's
drivers
done.
are
Rose
finished.
is done. That's a race.
Rose Burns done.
Serenity going to take the W. Ellie finishes right behind her in the 2. Rose in the 3. No. You got to be at least 10 years old to marshal Ellie, Billy. All right, good race, ladies.
Up next, race number 2. Tech NASCAR truck. Heat 2 of 2. Race order is Jeff Benjamin, Andrew Kotrick, Rich I Break a Lot Rider, Scott Trantham, Pete, the Dominator, St. Lawrence, Jeff Benjamin. Pete, the Dominator, St. Lawrence.
Lisa Davis. Good job, Ellie. Paris. Good job, Serenity. Heart with arrow.
Thank you, Grandma.
All right, Tech truck.
Andrew Kotrick.
Looking for Rich to check in and Scott.
Rich I Break a Lot Rider.
All right, Scott, go ahead and check in for me. I got nothing. Give Scott a minute here. There you go, Scott. Gotcha.
Scott Trantham.
All right. Let's go ahead and line them up on the back straightaway, guys. Jeff on the point, Andrew in the 2, Rich in the 3, Scott in the 4, Pete in the 5. Hey, Ellie, those guys can't see. You should come back. There you go. All right, I gotta need some marshals out here. Can I get some volunteers? Need 2. I got Serenity out here. And Robbie. Oh, Rose is over there. All right. I got marshals. I got drivers. I got a grid. We're going to go on the tone. All right. Showing Rich out front. Jeff in the 2, Scott in the 3, Andrew in the 4, Pete in the 5. Oh, Rich gets it wrong. Jeff to the point. Yeah. Jeff, pink and blue.
The top drivers are Jeff Benjamin, Rich I Break a Lot
Rich
Rider,
right on his
Scott
tail.
Trentham.
Less than a second back. Jeff, Rich, Scott right in it. Your top 3 within 0.2 of a second. Oh, Marshall on the outside. Go, Serenity. Go, go, go. Good job. All right, Rich out front. All right, Rich, Jeff, Andrew in the 3.
Top drivers are Rich I Break a Lot Rider, Jeff Benjamin, and Andrew Koch.
Scott in the 4, Pete in the 5. Oh, Rich taps. Jeff 2.7 back. Jeff pink and blue. Andrew in the 3, Scott in the 4, Pete in the 5. All right, 1 and 2 down the front straightaway they go. Rich leading him around. Scott right on his tail now, or Jeff right on his tail. Right in front of me. 3 in, 2 to go, guys. 3 in, 2 to go.
Left. The top drivers are Rich I Break a Lot Rider, Jeff Benjamin, and Scott Trentham.
Scott up to the 3 spot. Going to pull it, Rose. All right, Rich and Jeff still battling it out for the lead here. 1:30 left to go. That yellow number 4 and pink and blue truck right in front of me they go. 1 and 2. Yeah. All right, Jeff looking to get around Rich. Rich trying to make that truck 10 feet wide.
1 minute left. The top drivers are Rich I Break a Lot Rider, Jeff Benjamin, and Scott Trentham.
1 to go to figure this one out. All right, Pete, your leader's coming up on you. Thank you. 35 seconds left to go. Jeff right on the back of Rich. Looking inside, looking outside. Rich is like, I'm not going to give you the inside. You're going to have to take me on the outside, buddy. Oh. You good. All right. Jeff taps a little bit.
10, 9, 8,
10 seconds, drivers. Keep
7,
going until she says you are
6,
done.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Scott Trantham done. Pete, the Dominator, St. Lawrence done. Jeff Benjamin done. All drivers are
That's
finished.
the race.
Rich I Break a Lot rider done.
Rich is going to take the W. Jeff finishes 4 seconds behind him. Scott in the 3, Pete in the 4.
Up next, race number 3. Tracks is modified. Heat 1 of 1. Race order is Andrew Kotrick, Rob Burns, Scott Trantham.
All right, Traxxas Modifieds. Andrew, Rob, and Scott.
Rob Burns.
All right, I got Rob out here. Looking for Andrew and Scott. Like to give a shout out to the millions of people watching us live on the internet right now. I can't see you, Rob. All right, here comes Scott.
Scott Trantham.
Scott's been working on this car. All right, need one more marshal out here. I got Jeff out here. You right there, Rich? Yep.
Andrew Kotrick.
Wherever. Somewhere on this end of the track. It's fine. All right, we are going to do a rolling start. Andrew's going to be leading us around. Rob Burns in the 2, Scott in the 3. All right, roll them around, guys. All right, wait for it, wait for it. And we're off. All right, 1, 2, and 3. Pretty closely matched here. Nobody's really breaking away at all.
After 4 minutes left, the top drivers are Rob Burns, Scott Trantham, and Andrew Kotrick.
All right. Rob, Scott, Andrew. Nice clean race going on. All right, Scott catching up to Rob here. 9/10 of a second back. Andrew looks like he's getting that car figured out. Looks a lot better than it did a few weeks back, I think.
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Rob Burns, Scott Trantham, and Andrew Kotrick.
All right, Rob, Scott, Andrew. 2:40 left to go. All right, Rob and Scott still on the same lap. Only 2.2 separates those two.
After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Rob Burns, Scott Trantham, and Andrew Kotrick.
All right, guys, 1:20 left to go.
After 4 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Rob Burns, Scott Trantham, and Andrew Kotrick.
All right, 50 seconds left to go. Twenty seconds left to go. Rob and Scott. Scott's still hanging in there, only 2 seconds back.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, keep going, guys. Keep going.
Scott Trantham done. Andrew Kotrick done. All drivers are
That's
finished.
the race. Rob's going to take
Rob
the
Burns
W.
done.
Scott finishes in the 2. Andrew in the 3. All right, drivers, go and put your cars up. Come right back out here to Marshall.
Isaiah's in the 4th race, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Isaiah, you're up next.
No,
Up
he's in
next,
5.
race number 4.
Isaiah's in 5.
13.5 street stock. Heat 1 of 1. Race order is Scott Trantham, Jeff Benjamin, Rob Burns, Pete, the Dominator, St. Lawrence. Pete, the Dominator, St. Lawrence.
All right, I got Pete out here, the Dominator, or the Destroyer. Let's see who showed up today. You never know. It's a 50-50 shot. Which one's it going to be? Pete's been busy building his GT12 car all week. At least opening up the box, I hope. Yeah.
Rob Burns.
What are you still waiting on? You got your motor today, right? Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff.
Jeff Benjamin.
All right, looking for Scott to check in. Here comes Scott. Scott's so fast, he blew the paint off of that car.
Scott Trantham.
I don't know if I'd park there, Rob. All right, need one more Marshall out here. Thank you, Rich. All right, let's go ahead and roll them around. Scott's going to lead us around. Jeff in the 2, Rob in the 3, Pete in the 4. All right, keep them going, keep them going. All right, guys, wait for it, wait for it. All right, game on. Ooh, Scott gets loose. Oh, they get tangled up. They stick together. Watch the back straightaway. Oh, Andrew like a ninja jumping over cars. In the meantime, Rob is going to lead them around. Pete in the 2. Scott in the 3. Jeff in the 4. Oh. All right, Jeff up to the 3. He's a lap back, though.
After 4 minutes left, the top drivers are Rob Burns, Pete, the Dominator.
He's got a
St.
hooked up
Lawrence,
car
and Jeff
tonight,
Benjamin.
though. All right, he gets his lap back on Rob. He's got to catch all the way up, though. Scott's car looks pretty good. Oh, Pete taps. All right, Rob on the point. Jeff in the 2, Pete in the 3, Scott in the 4. Scott catching up to Pete, though. .310 left to go. Drivers .310.
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Rob Burns, Jeff Benjamin, and Pete, the Dominator, St. Lawrence.
All right, Rob and Jeff battling it out for the lead. Oh, they get in. Oh, Jeff gets the raw end of that deal here. He's got to make up some time again. In the meantime, Scott's like, I'll take number 2 if you guys don't want it. All right, Rob out front, but here comes Scott. Scott less than a straightaway back. Oh, there we go. Jeff back to the 2. Scott right on his tail. That's a battle for 2 and 3. So we got 2 minutes left, guys. Still plenty of time. Scott on 2 wheels saves it.
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Rob Burns, Jeff Benjamin, and Scott Trantham.
Rob's like, I can't believe I'm still leading this one. Oh. There we go. Game on. Jeff still on the lead lap here. Your top 3 still on the same lead lap. Here comes Scott. He's got to make it around Pete, though. He does. 1:20 left to go. All right, battle for the lead. Scott to the inside. Rob back to the inside. Here comes Jeff. Scott and Jeff now battling it out. One, two, and three within a straightaway of each other. One to go.
1 minute left.
Still
The top
time
drivers
left
are
on the
Rob
clock
Burns,
here.
Scott Trentham, and Jeff Benjamin.
Rob trying to make that car 10 feet wide. Scott and Jeff battling it out. Jeff to the inside. Jeff to the point. Or Scott to the point. Here comes Jeff. Rob slips down to the 3. Jeff to the inside of Scott. Scott back to the inside. Jeff to the inside. They bump. Here comes Rob. Rob back to the point. Oh no, Jeff's out. Scott passes Rob. Pete up to the 3. Oh, you guys got missing parts out there. Oh.
10, 9.
Go, go, go.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right,
1.
keep going until she says you were
Rob
done.
Burns done.
Rob got caught. Scott got caught.
Scott Trentham done.
Here comes Pete.
All drivers are finished.
Rob somehow
The Dominator.
takes
St.
the
Lawrence
W
done.
in that one. Scott finishes in the 2, Pete in the 3, Jeff in the 4. I'm pretty sure we'll see Jeff back in the qual 2, though. All right, 13.5 sprint cars.
Race number 5. 13.5 sprint car. Heat 1 of 1. Race order is Isaiah Esplana. Robbie Esplana.
What's on the roof of that thing? Oh.
Isaiah
That thing's
Esplana.
tippy, dude. Oh, yeah. Did you glue the sidewall? Hold on.
Robbie Esplana.
All right, we're going to skip sprint cars this round.
Up next, race number
All
1.
right, disregard this message
Tech
here.
NASCAR truck. Heat 1 of 1. Race order is Rich I Break a Lot Rider, Jeff Benjamin, Scott Trantham, Pete, the Dominator, St. Lawrence, Andrew Kotrick, Serenity Boone, Ellie Bosworth, Rose Burns.
All right.
Up next, race number 1. Tech NASCAR truck. Heat 1 of 2.
You're up in the first heat, Serenity. About 10. All right, guys, we're going to go here at about 7:40, about a 10-minute break. 7:40, it's go time. In the meantime, practice is open. Ellie Belly. You want to call Papa? I do not. Is there one right now? It would be right there if I did. Well, I don't think we have any. All right, come here. All right, race number 1. All right, Ellie Belly, you're up. Say bye to Papa. Are you ready, Rob? Okay. Yep. All right, we got a racer's minute, so. All right, let's get your card out there. You guys, you two can practice if you want.
Serenity Boone. Ellie Bosworth.
Serenity can't because Isaiah's got to run next. Yeah, well, let's wait for Rose now. She's getting her car ready.
Rose Burns.
It's not slow. All right, I need 2 marshals out here. If I can get 2 marshals out here. I got Scott and Rob. Thanks, guys. All right, let's go ahead and grid them up on the back straightaway. Serenity is going to start off on the point. Ellie starting right behind her in the 2. Rose in the 3. Oh, can you help that one out, Scott? There. Oh, almost. All right, let Scott fix you, Ellie. Yeah, right. All right. I got marshals. I got drivers. I got a grid. We're going to go on the tone. And we're off. All right, Rose and Serenity battling it out here. Serenity to the inside. Oh, they get into each other. Here comes Ellie. Ellie leading them around. Ellie out front. All right, put your hand on the wheel, Ellie. All right. Ellie leading them around. Rose in the 2. Serenity in the 3.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Ellie Bosworth, Rose Burns,
Ooh,
and
Ellie
Serenity
taps
Boone.
a little bit. Where are you going? All right, Ellie leading them around, but here comes Rose right behind her. Rose catching up. Don't count out Serenity. She's still in it. Everybody's still on the same lap. Rose to the inside. Rose takes the lead. Ellie slips down to the 2. Ellie to the inside. Gives Rose the wheel. Serenity taps. Here comes Serenity.
After 2 minutes left, the top
2
drivers
down,
are Ellie
3 to
Bosworth,
go.
Rose Burns, and Serenity Boone.
All right, Rose, Serenity, Ellie. All drivers still within a straightaway of each other. Serenity to the inside. All right, here comes Rose. Oh, Rose taps a little bit. 3 in, 2 to go. Drivers 3 in, 2 to go.
3 minutes, 1 second. The top drivers are Serenity Boone, Rose Burns, and Ellie Bosworth.
1 minute, 50 seconds left to go. All right, 1 minute, 20 seconds left to go in this one. Serenity out front, Rose in the 2. Wish I could make him just a little bit faster. Yeah, I don't know about all that. Yeah, but we would have 3 broken cars probably.
1 minute, 4 minutes, 1 second. The top drivers are Serenity Boone, Rose Burns, and Ellie Bosworth.
All right, 45 seconds left to go. All right, 10 seconds, drivers.
10,
Keep going
9,
until she says
8,
you are done.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rose Burns done. Serenity Boone done.
All right, got to finish your lap, Ellie Belly. There we go.
All drivers are finished.
Serenity is going to
Ellie
take the
Bosworth
W.
done.
Rose finishes in the 2. Ellie in the 3. All right, drivers, go and put your cars up.
Up next, race number 2. 4-Tech NASCAR truck. Heat 2 of 2. Race order is: Rich I Break a Lot Rider, Jeff Benjamin, Scott Trantham, Pete, the Dominator, St. Lawrence, Andrew Kotrick. Jeff Benjamin. Rich I Break a Lot rider.
All right, NASCAR trucks.
Andrew Kotrick.
I don't know if I'd park there, Rich. All right, we had a pretty good race last time. Jeff was in it. Rich was in it. Scott was in it. I got nothing, Scott. I got transponders for sale over there, though. FYI.
Pete, the Dominator, St. Lawrence.
Here comes Pete. Pete coming in hot.
Scott Trantham.
All right, I got everybody out here. Let's go ahead and grid them up on the back straightaway. Rich on the point. Jeff starting right behind him in the 2. Scott in the 3. Pete in the 4. Andrew in the 5. It's a little close there, fellas. There we go. And why do you all have reverse? You know that's illegal. All right, guys. I got marshals. I got drivers. I got a grid. We're going to go on the tone. All right. And we're off. Rich gets away clean. So does Jeff. Scott's right in it. Oh, Rich tumbles. All right, we got Jeff to the point. Scott right on his tail. Rich still in it. Oh. Jeff and Scott battling it out for the lead right in front of me. Down the back straightaway, they get into each other. Jeff slams into the side of Pete. Here comes Rich. Rich up to the 2. All right, Jeff, Rich in the 2. Scott right behind him. Oh, your leader.
After 4 minutes left, the top drivers are Jeff Benjamin, Rich I Break a Lot rider, and Scott Trantham.
All right, Jeff, Rich, Scott. Oh. Andrew up to the 3. Scott back to the 3. Andrew and Scott battling it out for 3 and 4. Oh, Jeff. Keep it going, Jeff. Keep it going. Keep air on the front of that car. Don't lift, buddy.
After 2 minutes left,
I got body
the top
pins for
drivers
sale,
are Jeff
too.
Benjamin, Scott
Just
Trantham,
FYI.
and Andrew Kotrick.
All right, 2 in, 3 to go. Jeff out front. Scott up to the 2. Andrew in the 3. Rich in the 4. Oh. Scott to the point. Jeff slips down to the 2. Andrew in the 3. Andrew 3 seconds behind Jeff. Rich right behind Andrew. That's a battle to watch, Andrew and Rich.
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Scott Trantham, Jeff Benjamin, and Andrew Kotrick.
Oh, your leader. Jeff back to the point. Rich in the 2. Scott in the 3. Andrew in the 4. Rich catching up to Jeff here.
1 minute 4 minutes 1 second. The top drivers are Jeff Benjamin, Rich I Break a Lot rider.
Rich driving the wheels off this car. He's catched up to Jeff here. We got a battle for the lead. 45 seconds left to go. Rich 4/10 of a second behind Jeff. Down the front straightaway, pink and blue, followed by that. Oh, Jeff gets into some traffic. Rich to the lead. Oh, Rich gets into the same traffic. Rich and Jeff battling it out. Rich leading him around this lap. Jeff right on his tail. Scott in the 3. Scott's a lap back, though. Ten seconds. Can Jeff do anything?
10,
He's
9,
right on the back of
8,
Rich.
7.
They're going to go
6,
at least one. Oh, Rich
5,
taps Jeff to the
4,
point.
3, 2.
They're going to go one more time,
1.
I think. Oh,
Jeff Benjamin done. Scott Trantham
Jeff's done. Rich is done.
Rich I
Scott's
Break a Lot
done.
rider
Andrew's done. Pete's done.
Andrew Kotrick done. All drivers are finished.
Last lap, Rich.
Pete, the Dominator. St.
All right,
Lawrence
Jeff's going to take the W. Rich finishes in the 2, 1 second behind him. Scott in the 3, Andrew in the 4, Pete in the 5. Rich does hold on to the TQ for the night, though. All right, drivers, go and put your trucks up. Come right back out here to Marshall.
Up next, race number 3. Tracks is modified. Heat 1 of 1. Race order is Rob Burns, Scott Trantham, Andrew Kotrick. Rob Burns. Andrew Kotrick. Scott Trantham.
All right, Rob, go ahead and lead us around. Scott right behind him in the 2. Andrew in the 3. All right, we're going to go one more time, guys. One more time. All right, wait for it. Wait for it. Game on. Oh, Andrew getting aggressive at the start here. Scott to the point. Here comes Rob. Ooh, Scott looking to the inside. Oh, Rob getting a little loose. Scott getting a little loose.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Rob Burns, Scott Trantham, and
All
Andrew
right,
Kotrick.
Andrew right behind Scott. Battle for 3 and 4, or battle for 2 and 3. Ooh. Scott and Andrew still battling it out here.
After
Andrew
2 minutes left,
9/10
the
behind
top
Scott.
drivers are Rob Burns, Scott Trantham, and Andrew Kotrick.
Oh, your leader on his lid. Scott gets his lap back, or gets a lap back. Okay. Go wash your mouth. You got a mustache. Go wash your mouth. Oh. All right, guys. 3 in, 2 to go. 3 in, 2 to go.
2 minutes 3 minutes 1 second. The top drivers are Rob Burns, Scott Trantham, and Andrew Kotrick.
All right, go, go, go. Rob, Scott, Andrew. 120 left to go in this one.
One minute after left. 4 minutes 1 second. The top drivers are Rob Burns, Scott Trantham, and Andrew Kotrick.
$35 seconds left to go.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Scott Trantham done. Andrew Kotrick done. All drivers are finished. Rob Burns done.
I like the A-scale ones sometimes do. Yeah. All right, that's race. Rob's going to take it. Scott in the 2, Andrew in the 3.
Up
13.5
next,
street
4.
stocks.
13.5 street stock. Heat 1 of 1. Race order is Rob Burns, Scott Trantham, Pete, the Dominator, St. Lawrence, Jeff Benjamin.
All right, Rob, Scott, Pete, and Jeff. Oh, yeah. I need to take a.
Pete, the Dominator, St. Lawrence. Jeff Benjamin.
Like you did your mini-Zs? I can't see it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, put some neon lights on the bottom of that. Yeah. I know. I just painted the LMH body last night. Katie picked it up for me, and then I painted it last night, and then printing shirts and. So like, yeah, you can go ahead and do it. Now I'm
Rob Burns.
Almost done with that, actually. Almost done with that. Oh no, it'll have a bigger version of this on the back. But this one I made. Now I've been just playing with shirts, and I just got more shirts in too. So I got to bring those in. Yeah, the store's selling them. I'm just making them for Corey. Yeah, we'll have large, extra large, and 2XL. 5XL for Pete. He needs a moo-moo. All right, wait for Scott real quick. Get checked in. Hey, what chassis is yours sitting on, Rob? Is yours still on a B7, right? Oh, you're on a B5M.
Scott
Oh, wow.
Trentham.
Yeah, I have Tyler McGill's, and that thing, man, that thing is all ate up. I'm redoing everything on that car for him. What motor you got in there? The stock one? Why you got a 17.5 in there? Oh, you need a 13.5. Yeah. There's a 13.5 street stock class. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. All right, you guys good to go?
Matthew Sprayer. Go Pete, go.
All right, Matt Spear over here rooting on Pete. Go ahead, circle around. Rob Burns leading the way with Doc right there. Dude, Scott right behind him in the he's got that Wonder Woman style going on, all clear body. Pete right behind him in the black Magnet Knight Rider. Jeff in the pink and blue. Listen for the tone on the next lap. Listen for the tone. And lesson 5. And we are on. Scott takes off. Rob takes the inside. Rob over here driving like Rich, taking it all in the inside. Infield, all infield drive. Oh, kind of cuts it a little bit. Oh, bumps Jeff a little bit. Scott still, oh, that magnet found Scott. And Scott is a magnet himself. All 4 of them together. Almost driving the same line, all of y'all. Oh, there's a, hey, can somebody press down that Velcro? Run out there, press, next lap. And press it. And here they come. All right, Rob, Jeff, and Scott battling it out. Pete over there keeping Andrew on his toes. All right, up next, we got sprint car.
After 1 minute left,
we're
the
gonna
top
try this
drivers are
again.
Jeff Benjamin, Rob Burns, and Scott Trentham.
All right, Jeff, Scott, Rob, and Pete. Rob in the 3, Scott in the 2, Jeff in the 1. Jeff out there with a 4.162. He's getting close to that 3-second mark, that high 3. Scott right there with a 4.234. Rob with a 4.523. Pete with a 4.457. Yeah, that 17.5. You need a 13.5 in there, buddy. But what the cool thing is, that 17 stays consistent. So you can hug a tighter line rather than going, oh, never mind. Jeff's over there hitting your butt. That's why GT12 will be
the top
perfect
drivers
for
are
Pete.
Scott
You can
Trentham,
just stay
Jeff
in the
Benjamin,
throttle.
and Rob Burns.
All right, Scott, already looking to reset TQ with 2.5 to go. Jeff out there looking to reset TQ. He's faster than previous TQ pace, but he's in the number 2 spot. 3.1 right behind Scott. See if he can, Scott's about to lap him. Y'all just bumping Pete out of the way. Oh, that would have been your feet, Rich. Everybody picking on the short guy. Short guy over here driving into everybody. Oh.
2 minutes 3 minutes 1 second. The top drivers are Scott Trentham, Jeff Benjamin, and Rob Burns.
Pete over here holding back Jeff so Rob could catch up. Oh! Pete's got his throttle finger super glued down.
All right, Scott out front. Driving the paint right off that car. He's behind Pete, though. Let's see how this turns out. Ooh. Gets around him. Pete, definitely not the dominator tonight, but not the destroyer either. All right, Jeff in the 2. Scott is on a new TQ pace.
The top drivers are Scott Trantham, Jeff Benjamin, and Rob Burns.
All right, Scott, Jeff, 8 seconds back. Rob in the 3, Pete in the 4. Scott and Jeff are both faster than Rob's previous TQ run.
Robert Denny. I love oval but with a large racing surface. Why is the center oval so small?
10, 9, 8,
It's
7,
a lot bigger
6,
than
5,
the camera shows.
4, 3, 2, 1. Rob Burns done. Jeff Benjamin done. Scott Trantham done. All drivers are finished.
All right, guys. Scott takes
Pete,
the W.
the dominator.
Jeff in the
St.
2,
Lawrence
Rob
done.
in the 3, Pete in the 4.
Up next, race number 5. 13.5 sprint car. Heat 1 of 1. Race order is Robbie Esplana, Isaiah Esplana. Robbie Esplana, Isaiah Esplana.
All right. Need one more marshal out here. One more marshal. All right, I got Scott coming out. All right, guys, let's go and roll him around. Robbie on the point. Isaiah in the 2. All right. Wait for it, guys. Wait for it. Wait for it. Game on. Isaiah to the inside. Does he still have a 17.5 motor in there? 13.5. Ah. All right. We got Robbie and Isaiah.
After 4 minutes left, the top drivers are Robbie Esplana, Isaiah Esplana. After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Robbie S. Plana, Isaiah S. Plana.
All right, guys, 2:20 left to go. I'm assuming you want the hobby wing.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Robbie S. Plana, Isaiah S. Plana. After 4 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Robbie S. Plana, Isaiah S. Plana. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Robbie S. Plana done. All drivers are finished. Isaiah S. Plana done.
All right. All right, Robbie's going to take it. Isaiah in the 2. All right, guys, give me a minute or two. I'll get the main sorted for us.
Up next, race number 1. 4 Tech NASCAR truck. A main. Race order is Rich I Break a Lot Rider, Jeff Benjamin, Scott Trantham, Andrew Kotrick, Pete, the Dominator, St. Lawrence, Serenity Boone, Rose Burns, Ellie Bosworth. Up next, race number 1. 4 Tech NASCAR truck. B main.
All right, guys. Let's print that out. All right, Powder Puff class, you guys are going to be up here in 10 minutes. We're going to go ahead and get her going here at 8:35. 8:35. All right, guys. Powder Puffs.
Currently up, race number 1. 4 Tech NASCAR truck. B main. Race order is Serenity Boone, Rose Burns, Ellie Bosworth.
I was going to go right now. All right, you ready, Rose?
Rose Burns.
Isaiah, what's the number on it?
Ellie Bosworth.
Isaiah, what's the number on it?
Yes.
Serenity Boone.
Yep. No, can't go. You can't go that way. No. All right, Rose out front. Serenity in the 2. Ellie in the 3. Yeah, Serenity in the front. Rose in the 2. Ellie in the 3. Serenity on the point. You got to switch those two, Rob. There we go. All right, guys, I got marshals. I got drivers. I got a grid. 4 Tech Powder Puff class. We're going to go on the tone. And we're off. All right, Serenity out front. Rose in the 2.
Batty on 2 heels. Let's go Serenity.
Let's go Serenity.
After 1 minute, 4 minutes,
Serenity's
the
got a
top
fan
drivers
base
are
out
Serenity
there.
Boone, Rose Burns, and Ellie Bosworth.
All right, Serenity out front. Rose in the 2, Ellie in the 3. All right, guys, gals, 2 in, 3 to
After
go.
2 minutes left, the top drivers are Serenity Boone, Rose Burns, and Ellie Bosworth.
Oh. All right, Serenity leading them around. Rose in the 2, Ellie in the 3.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Serenity Boone, Rose Burns, and Ellie Bosworth.
Oh. All right, ladies, 135 left to go.
One minute 4 minutes 1 second. The top drivers are Serenity Boone, Rose Burns, and Ellie Bosworth.
All right, 50 seconds left to go. We got 20 seconds. It didn't just start. Started 5 minutes ago.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Serenity Boone done. Ellie Bosworth done.
All right.
All
That's a
drivers are
race.
finished. Rose
Serenity
Burns
is
done.
going to take the win. Rose finishes in the 2. Ellie finishes on the podium with a 3rd place sticker. All right. Hey, do you know where Daddy's phone is? All right, go get it. Hey, go get Daddy's phone.
Paris. You're doing great, Ren. Batty on two heels. Good job, Serenity.
All right, ladies. Good job.
Up next, race number 2. 4 Tech NASCAR truck. A main. Race order is Rich I Break a Lot Rider, Jeff Benjamin, Scott Trantham, Andrew Kotrick, Pete, the Dominator, St. Lawrence. Pete, the Dominator, St. Lawrence.
All right, 4 Tech NASCAR truck.
Jeff Benjamin.
All right, my Powder Puff girls.
Rich,
all
I
my
break a
girls
lot
get
rider.
license plates. So
Andrew
all you guys
Kotrick.
get the carbon fiber cool license plates.
Scott Trantham.
All right, need some marshals out here. Need some volunteers. Okay, don't put your sticker somewhere. You're going to lose it. Put it near your stuff. Hey, are you going to eat this? Is this yours? What? Is this yours?
No, that's idea. Put it here.
Hold on.
Because it's my first time having the license plate.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's go ahead and back her now. Straightaway's closed. Straightaway's closed. Let's go ahead and grid them up on the back. Rich is your TQ. All right, guys, we're going to do 50 laps. 5-0. All right. I got marshals. I got drivers. Hey, Serenity, can I have you over here next to this cone? No, Serenity's good. We're good. We're good on marshals. All right, I got marshals. I got drivers. I got a grid. We're going to go on the tone. Hold on, hold on. We're going to restart that. Hold on. All right, spread them out. Yeah. Rich, go up to the front. Go up to Rob's foot. There you go.
Bob's foot? I think I'm going to fall down.
All right. I got marshals. I got drivers. I got a grid. We're going to go on the tone. There we go.
Can I go down?
Yep. All right. Rich out front. Jeff right on his tail. Who's going to blink first? Long way to go, guys. We got a long way to go. Your leader, that all number 4. Followed closely behind by Jeff, pink and blue. All right, Rich and Jeff down the front straightaway they go, right in front of me. They're battling for the lead. They're coming up on traffic.
After 1 minute, The top drivers are Rich I Break a Lot rider, Jeff Benjamin, and Pete, the Dominator, St.
All
Lawrence.
right, Rich and Jeff still battling it out for the lead here. Scott in the 3. Scott 7 seconds back. Rich and Jeff, though. Ooh, Jeff taps a little bit. Oh. Rich and Jeff still back. Oh, Rich taps. Jeff to the point. Oh, Pete flipping. Let's see if Rich can reel in Jeff here. All right, drivers, 26 laps left to go.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Jeff Benjamin, Rich I Break a Lot rider, and Scott Trentham.
All right, Jeff and Rich. Oh, your leaders get involved in some traffic. Oh, Jeff gets the raw end of the deal. Rich to the point. Rich, Jeff, Scott, Andrew, Pete. That's the running order. Oh. Rich just trying to stay out of trouble out there.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Rich I Break a Lot rider, Jeff Benjamin, and Scott Trentham.
All right, Rich still leading them around. Scott gets his lap back, or Jeff gets his lap back. Jeff loses his lap. 9 laps left to go. Rich, Jeff, Scott, Andrew, Pete. All right, 5 to go. Woohoo. 3 to go, drivers. 2 to go. White flag lap right here.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Rich I Break a Lot rider, Jeff Benjamin, and Scott Trentham. Rich I Break a Lot rider done. Andrew Kotrick done.
All right, Rich is going to take
Scott
the
Trentham
W.
done.
Jeff
Jeff
finishes
Benjamin
in the
done.
2. Scott
All
in the
drivers are
3.
finished.
Andrew in the 4.
Pete,
Pete
the
in the
Dominator,
5.
St. Lawrence done.
Maybe smiles is gonna break the camera.
All right, race number 3.
Up next, race number 3. Tracks is modified. A main. Race order is Rob Burns, Scott Trentham, Andrew Kotrick.
they're both 125C. They're both same pack. It's not big. It's just this one has more amps, more amps, milliamps. It'll last longer. Yeah, it lasts longer, but I don't need it to last longer. I need you do not.
Well, it's probably a good mod pack. All right, Rob, Scott, Andrew.
Dominated tonight. Yeah, I know. He was doing good on the even on the Sunday race. He did good. Yeah. Oh, I got a swivel in here. I can mount. I'm on the test.
Andrew Kotrick.
He was on you, buddy. Yeah, what his and he even admitted to it's like what was throwing him off was the ends. Yeah. And I told him it's because they're offset. Yeah. And he's like, oh, that's the reason why it's throwing me off. Yeah. I'm just trying to get used to cutting him in tight on that pad. He's got him tight.
All right, there's Scott.
Scott Trantham.
All right, looking for Rob to check in. Here comes Rob.
Rob Burns.
All right, guys, Rob, go ahead and lead us around. Keep them going, keep them going. All right, Marshals, you ready? All right, guys, wait for it, wait for it. Game on. Hold on, hold on. We're going to restart that. All right, guys, go ahead.
Rob Burns. Scott Trantham.
All right, guys, wait for it.
Andrew
Wait
Kotrick.
for it. Game on.
What was the weight of your battery?
What, 220 something?
223 for the 10 tank. For the slim, but it's only a 130.
What milliamp?
58. So yeah, this is nothing compared to that.
All right, guys, Rob out front. Andrew in the 2. Scott in the 3. Andrew only 2 seconds behind Rob. Still got a long way to go, though.
After 1 minute, the top drivers are Rob Burns, Andrew Kotrick, and Scott Trantham.
Oh, watch the front straightaway. Watch the front straightaway. We are clear. All right, still got 30 laps left to go, drivers. Still plenty of time here.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Rob Burns, Scott Trantham, and Andrew Kotrick.
All right, Rob, a lap up on Scott. Let's see if Scott is going to get his lap back here. Ooh, Rob taps. All right, your leader's on the same lap now. Rob just has to keep up with Scott. 20 laps left to go.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Rob Burns, Scott Trantham, and Andrew Kotrick.
Oh my God, they stuck together. Oh, keep it going, keep it going. Oh my God, Rob's still leading him around. That's the fastest Andrew's gone all night. They got 12 left. Oh, they get untucked. All right, Scott catching up to Rob here. We got 10 laps left to go. Can Scott do anything here? 8 to go. Scott trying to reel in Rob. Rob trying to pull away. 7 to go. 6 to go. Scott reeling in Rob here.
After 4 minutes,
We got
1
5 to
second,
go.
the top drivers are Rob Burns, Scott Trantham, and Andrew Kotrick.
All right, Scott reeling him in. 4 to go. Make that 3. Two to go. White flag lap right here. Oh, Rob taps. Here comes Scott. Oh, Scott to the inside.
Rob Burns
Rob's
done.
going to take it.
Scott Trantham done.
Scott
Drivers are
finishes
finished.
4
Andrew Kotrick
1,000ths of a second behind him. Scott sent it. Hey, don't eat that, Ellie Belly. We're about to have dinner. Save that here. Put it on my desk. Don't put it back in the thing. What? Well, just save it for later. Put it over here. Or we'll take it home with us. Or something. Just put it there. I'll fix it. Put it on my clear plastic. Or no. Right there. Yeah, put it right there.
Up next,
All right, street
race number
stocks.
13.5 street stock. A main. Race order is Scott Trentham, Jeff Benjamin, Rob Burns, Pete, the Dominator, St. Lawrence. Pete, the Dominator, St. Lawrence.
All right. Looking for Scott to check in, Jeff and Rob.
Jeff Benjamin. Scott Trentham.
Rob's coming for you.
Rob Burns.
All right. You guys ready? All right, let's go ahead and shut her down. Scott's going to be leading us around. Jeff in the 2. These two have been battling it out all night. Rob in the 3. Pete in the 4. All right, guys. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Game on. All right, Jeff to the inside. Nice clean pass there. All right, Jeff and Scott battling it out. All right, your leader's coming up on Pete. There we go. Scott to the inside. Nice clean pass. Scott to the point. Here comes Jeff. Oh, keep going, keep going. Game on. Oh, Scott taps. All right, Jeff didn't lose too much time here. He's got a little bit of work to do, though. Scott's opportunity to pull away, though.
After 1 minute, the top drivers are Scott Trentham, Jeff Benjamin, and Rob Burns.
We got Rob in the 3, Pete in the 4. All right, leaders coming up on some traffic. Oh. Oh. Rob like spun out there or something. Oh. All right, Scott out front.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Scott Trentham, Jeff Benjamin, and Rob Burns.
Jeff's still on the same lap. Rob's not doing horrible here with that motor. Only 4.9 behind Jeff. Pete in the 4, 5.8 behind Rob. Oh, Scott taps. All right, 16 to go, drivers. 16 to go.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Scott Trantham, Jeff Benjamin, and Rob Burns.
All right, 8 to go. Jeff reeling in Scott here a little bit. He's going to run out of time, though. Oh, your leader into the wall. Jeff to the point. Last lap. Jeff's going to take the W.
Scott Trantham done.
Scott
Rob
finishes
done.
in the 2. Rob in the
drivers are
3.
finished.
Pete in the 4.
Pete, the Dominator. St. Lawrence done.
Oh, Scott. All right. All right. Sprint cars.
Up next, race
50
number
lap
5.
main event.
13.5 sprint car. A main. Race order is Robbie Esplana, Isaiah Esplana, Isaiah Esplana.
Whoa. Easy, Isaiah. What's looking for? All right, last race. I need one more Marshall on the far end. We good? No, not you, Ellie Belly.
Robbie Esplana.
All right, Robbie, go ahead and lead us around. All right, guys, wait for it. Wait for it. Game on. Last race, nothing they can do about it.
After 1 minute, the top drivers are Isaiah Esplana, Robbie Esplana.
All right, Isaiah out front. Robbie in the 2. All right, Isaiah, lead him around. .28 laps left to go.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Isaiah Esplana, Robbie Esplana.
What's that? That's just an excuse, Isaiah, because you're out there dominating this race. All right, 19 to go. I got that brand new 2S 5500 in that case. It's a Coyote. All right, here comes Robbie.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Robbie Esplana,
11 laps to go.
Isaiah Esplana.
Go, Isaiah, go. 8 to go. 7 to go. 6 to go. Here comes Robbie. Oh, go, Isaiah. 5 to go. Oh. 3 to go. 2 to go. White flag lap right here. Oh, Robbie looked inside. He looked.
Robbie Esplana done. All drivers are finished.
What happened there?
Isaiah Esplana done.
What? No. I think it missed his last lap. Yeah, you can say that.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I appreciate it.
All right, guys, that concludes our race program. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. We appreciate it.
You don't need to say one more time.
I don't need to say it again. All right, we are doing track change tomorrow, and we are racing on road on Thursday, the big night of the week. It is a series race on Thursday, so it will be packed in here. We will see everybody then.